and I'm going to answer it.
Okay.
Let me just pick up the answers that I gave. Just one.
Wait.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Let me introduce myself. My name is Dunda, bro. What is your name?
My name is Lawrence.
Okay, Lawrence. I have question for my assignment colleague. What role does the monarchy play in modern British society?
Wait. First, let me give, because the answers I forgot, so I have to take the answers because I send it to you. So are you going to record it?
Yes, I'm recorded.
You already recorded. Okay, wait.
Yes, I'm ready.
I thought I have it, but this copy. I cannot copy it. Paste. Okay, doesn't matter. I'm going to do it from intervals. Okay, tell me. Ask me.
Okay. First, what role does the monarchy play in modern British society?
Well, the monarchy in the UK is currently led by King Charles III. Primarily has a ceremonial and a symbolic role. The monarchy duties include state functions, charity work, and representing the UK internationally. But although they have limited political power, they are a key part of the nation identity and history.
Okay, sir. Next, how has immigration influenced British culture?
So related to your question, immigration has deeply influenced British culture, bringing in diverse traditions like cuisines, like food, languages, and arts. Cities, for example, like London, Birmingham, and Manchester are known for their multicultural population. This diversity has enriched British society, contributing to a vibrant, dynamic culture landscape.
Thank you, sir. And I have next question. What are some traditional British foods and how have eating habits evolved?
Well, that's a good question. Traditional British foods includes fish and chips. Finally, if you're entering, for example, England, the first thing that people are thinking about is fish and chips. That's actually traditional. Beside that, you have also roast dinners, for example, shepherd pie and full English breakfast. Over time, British eating habits have evolved with the introduction of the international cuisines, particularly Indian, Chinese, Italian foods. Maybe I think also Indonesian, but I'm not aware of that. This leading to a more varied and cosmopolitan food scene that actually nowadays you can see, for example, if you're entering London, it's not only fish and chips, but there are like diversity of foods from actually all over the world.
Oh, that's great. Sorry, my English is not very good.
No, your English I can understand, so that's quite good. Okay. So your next question.
How important are manners and etiquette in British social interaction?
Well, if you're talking, for example, about manners, manners and etiquette are very important in British social interaction. Politeness, for example, saying, if you're like passing someone, you're saying like, oh, I beg your pardon, or you're saying like, hey, please. And for example, thank you. This is actually something that is lining up. and being punctual are highly valued. So this custom reflects respect and consideration for others. So English people, in overall, they're like rude, they will say, but when they are using their language, they are quite thinking about what they are saying.
Okay, I know. For next question, can you explain the significance of the NHS in the UK, National Health Service?
Yeah. So in the UK, for example, NHS, it stands for actually the National Health Service. So the National Health Service is actually a cornerstone of British society, providing free healthcare at the point of delivery. This actually established in 1948, so actually 2 years after the World War. It ensures that everyone has access to medical care regardless of their financial situation. So the NHS is a source of national pride and actually a key aspect of social welfare in actually England.
Thank you for answer.
You're welcome.
We can have next question.
Yes. You can actually ask all the questions because you have a lot of questions. So let's try to answer all of them.
Okay. What is the current state of the British education system?
The current state in what we are actually talking about, actually it's continuing. So it's not something that it's like, okay, this is the system, because it's every time it's changing. It's not actually changing every day, but at least they are trying to continue with it. So the British education system includes primary and secondary education, further education, and higher education. While, for example, state schools are funded by the government, independent, like private schools, they charge fees. And the fees are really expensive, but at least some people are choosing to go to private school instead of government schools because they are thinking like private schools are good for my children. For example, university in the UK, for example, such as Oxford, very famous, and also Cambridge, are internationally renowned. The system faces challenges, including, for example, funding issues, teacher shortage, and debates over curriculum reforms. So, yeah, the system is actually changing a lot, but nowadays they're actually facing a lot of issues. Actually, it's financial issues.
Thank you. This perfect question. Perfect answer. Next question. How does the British parliamentary system work?
Well, I'm not actually a politician, but what I actually know is like, for example, the UK has a parliamentary system with two houses. So the House of Commons and the House of Lords. So you have actually two houses, what they separated in Commons and the House of Lords. It's actually members of Parliament, MPs, it calls. In the House of Commons, for example, are elected, while the members of the House of Lords are appointed. So you have elections and you have appointed, appointed with someone. For example, the Prime Minister, who is the head of the government, as you know, is usually the leader of the majority party in the House of Commons. Parliament makes and pass laws. For example, scrutinize the government and represents the public. So overall, I'm not a politician, but if I can ask you a question, it's divided to two parliamentary systems. So one is, I repeat again, the Commons, and the next one is the House of the Lords. The House of the Lords is actually appointed. Someone pointed like, hey, you're going to be the House of the Lords. And the other one is actually elected by people.
Okay, thank you for answering. My next question: What are the major political issues facing the UK today?
That's actually a good question. The major political issues in UK right now includes actually the economy. Not only UK, it's actually Europe also, but still we are talking now about UK. So the economy, the healthcare, the education, and climate change. So you remember the Brexit, like UK or the England was a part of the European Union, and after that there was a Brexit. But it actually continues to influence trade and immigration policies. Other one is the other significant issues are, for example, housing, affordability, social inequality, and the future of the union, particularly with ongoing discussions about Scottish independence and the status of the North Ireland. So, yeah, the major political issues, it will start with economy, because if the economy is bad, you will see impact in every other things, like for example healthcare, education, because if there is not enough money or there are money issues, you have also issues with healthcare, education, etc.
Okay, thank you, sir. Next question: how has Brexit impacted daily life and the economy in Britain?
Yeah, the Brexit actually impacted the daily life and the economy in Britain. So if I can answer your question, is yeah, the Brexit has or had a wide ranging impact on the UK, including change in the trade relationship, supply chain disruption, and new immigration rules. You remember that there are a lot of people trying to enter the UK in different ways, illegally also, and this actually impacts the UK. So businesses have faced challenges due to the increased paperwork and tariffs. There have also been changes in travel and residency. For example, residency rights, what we are talking about for the UK and also the European citizens, affecting personal and also professionally lives. So as the UK is actually an island, it feels like there are many issues that we can include.
Okay, I understand. For my question, what is the
You
work?
have a lot of questions. So next time, tell your school that they have to divide it in a little bit less. How do you say? Less questions. Not for me, but I mean like also for your guys, that you can understand it, because it's like everything. But I can understand it. So question. Yeah, I don't mind. Question your next question.
Okay. What is the work culture like in the UK?
The work culture. So we talked about that there are a lot of many, how do you say, people coming from other side of the world entering the UK, right? So you have not only UK people living in UK. So the UK work culture value punctuality, professionalism, and good work-life balance. So flexible working hours and remote work have become more common. So you're actually working sometimes from home. It helps you to gain more hours instead of being in a traffic jam, for example. So you're more productive in this way, especially post-pandemic. Actually, the corona that we are talking about, this actually also impacts that people can now work remote. So because beforehand they were thinking about no, it's not possible. But after this corona, there was a benefit coming that people can actually work remote. There is an emphasis on teamwork and collaboration with clear hierarchies and respect for authority.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So, next question: how do British people typically spend their leisure time?
That's a good question, but also a long question. But I'm trying to actually answer it in a short way. So actually, the British people, if I'm talking about, they enjoy a variety of leisure activities, including, for example, watching TV. There are a lot of UK people there. They like to just watch TV, especially also reading, like reading books, socializing with friends and family. It's always common, especially when they are going to a pub or in a, how do you say, a cafe or something like that, and participating in sports. They actually also do outdoor activities like, for example, hiking, cycling, and gardening are popular. Many also enjoy cultural activities such as, for example, visiting museums, theaters, and concerts. So I'm trying to answer your question because it's like a long. This question is actually a long thing because you have to do research what they actually do. But I know one thing from my experience that they like watching TV, reading books, and just going out with friends.
Yes, I like reading book too. Why is football so important in British culture?
Yeah, well, it's common. It's so popular. It's actually the most popular sport in the UK. But if I can say it to the world, sport, soccer, it's actually now the world famous activity, right? So if your question is like, why is football so important? It's actually not only important in UK, but in UK, it's actually the most popular because some of the world, maybe they have no TV, they cannot watch it or something like that, so it's not so popular. So deeply ingrained in the culture, it brings people together, whether through, for example, local club supports, national team pride, or participation in amateur leagues, football match, or social events. So imagine that, and the sports has a significant impact on community identity and national pride because it's so popular. Everybody watching these matches, but they are also actually wants to play soccer together with friends or maybe in a club or something like that.
Okay, sir. Actually, I don't understand.
Which one you don't understand? The question or the answer?
For my question. For my question.
So you ask like, why is football so important in the British culture, right? So actually, if I can give you like a short answer, football, like, the English, they are saying football, but you have also football, American football, where they are not playing with a ball, but they are playing with a rugby. So we are talking actually about soccer, that you're playing with the ball, right? So why is football so important in the British culture? It's because it's it's actually the most popular sport in the UK. That's it.
Oh yes. I understand.
That's why it's so popular, because it's famous.
My next question. What is the pub? What is the pub culture like in Britain, and why is it significant?
The pub that we are talking about, why it's the pub is like in Britain, what is significant? Let me think. Like the pop culture is a key part of the British social life. Okay, so like 80% of the people, they are working, and after work, for example, they want to relax, right? So they want to socialize with others. So what they are doing, they are going to pubs. Pubs are like cafes where people comes together and they are chatting, talking, drinking, something like that. So pubs are places for socializing. What I said, it's actually a place for eating and drinking. They often serve as community hubs where people gather to relax, celebrate, and discuss various topics. The pub tradition includes, for example, pub quizzes where they are actually playing quiz games, or they are going to dart, like these things that you can play with. I don't know if you know that. And actually they are watching sports, for example, what we are talking about, football or soccer.
Yes.
That's actually the pop culture like in Britain.
Okay. Thank you very much for answering my question.
You're
Uh,
welcome.
so next, uh, my next question is, how does British humor differ from other culture?
From other cultures, it's really hard question because every human has different humor, right? So you have not one people that they are laughing. You have people they are laughing, or you have people that don't laugh. So I'm trying to actually answer your question. So the British humor is known for its irony, sarcasm. They have they are using a lot of sarcasm and understatement. It actually often includes self-deprecation and a dry delivery. For example, this style can differ from more direct or exaggerated forms of humor found in other cultures, for example. I don't know if you're looking to like comedies, like movies, British movies or comedies. They have actually a global influence, right? Seen in TV shows like, for example, Monty Python. It's really an old serial or series, if I can say it like that. It's really old, but still, if you watch it, I recommend you to watch that. It's also good for your English. Your English is good. I'm not like saying that it's bad, but it actually will improve your English because the way they are talking, the way they are doing things. So there are more these kind of things like The Office and the Black Adder. But the British humor differ from other culture. Yes, it differ, and it differs because of the sarcasm that they have and the understatement that they are actually using.
Okay, sir. Thank you for conversation.
I hope you will get a high grade in these things because this question that you had, is this questions from school or you made these questions? Like they gave you this question or you had to make these questions?
I met this question.
Nice, cool. I'm trying to answer. If there is like some questions that you don't understand or what I'm saying, please ask that. But I hope until now you understand what I said.
I understand, but not very understand.
Yeah, but you can record it, and afterwards you can actually play it slowly, and you can actually see what I said. I'm also trying to actually type it for you and send it to you, the answers, so you can actually read it and also listen what I said. So let's go to the next question.
Then, what are some unique British custom or tradition that make surprise visitor?
Unique British customs. Let me think. The unique British customs include afternoon tea, for example. They are queening etiquette and bonfire night on November the 5th. For example, visitors may be surprised by the British love of discussion the weather. So they are always like, oh, the weather is bad, the weather is good, and this and this. And overall, the tradition of for example, the Christmas crackers and the ceremonial changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace. I don't know if you saw it, like in Buckingham Palace, you have these two people, they are standing like guards, right?
Yes.
So they are actually not allowed to even look to the right or to the left. They have to be like a statue. They are actually like this. And this is really fun. That a lot of people are going there, especially to see if this guy is actually moving or when they change the guards, for example. So the the traditions and also the customs, which what we are talking is one, the Christmas crackers, the ceremonial changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace, and you have many more, but the visitors may be surprised by, for example, the British love of the discussion, the weather. So that's it.
Okay, I'm understand for your answer. So
Okay.
how do British people view the concept of a stiff upper lip?
How the British people feel the concept of a stiff upper lip?
Yes.
The concept of the stiff upper lip reflects the British value of maintaining composure and emotional restraint in the face of the adversity. Okay, adversity is really a hard word to pronounce, so that's why I say adversity. While it is historically been seen as a sign of strength. Okay, so the stiff upper lip, one of it is a sign of strength. Contemporary views are more nuanced, with increasing recognition of the importance of the expressing emotion and mutual health. So stiff upper lip, I don't know how you came up with this question, but it's really a hard question, but still there are this kind of stuff what I told you. It's actually a historical being seen as a sign of strength. That's all.
Thank you. I have next question. What are some major culture festival or event in the UK?
Major cultures events in the UK include the Notting Hill Carnival. That's really famous. The Glastonbury Festival is famous, and Edinburgh Fringe Festival. There are like some major culture festivals or events. You have also, beside that, a national celebration day and bonfire night are also significant. For example, the UK hosts numerous local festivals, so they are locally celebrating everything from, like, for example, food to music and literature. So there are a lot of carnivals, this kind of stuff, but the most important one that I mentioned, they are actually famous and also important.
Okay, my last question. How has British music influenced the world?
How has British music influenced the world? If I can ask you, like, I don't know if you're listening to British music, but they have a lot of influence in the world. British music has had a profound global impact from the British invasion of the 1960s. For example, led by the Beatles. I don't know if you know them, like this band, the Beatles, and for example, the Rolling Stones. They are actually from the UK. Other one is Adele.
Yes, Adele.
Yeah, and Ed Sheeran. So if I name this kind of names, then you will know, like, whoa, they have a lot of influence, and that's why genres like punk, for example, new wave and Britpop, they called, they are actually originated in the UK. It's actually influenced music scene worldwide. It's not only music, it's also movies, if you can see. They're really good in movies, but beside of that, also influencing. And actually majority is because of the language also, because it's like one of the most common language in the world, right? So if you have also this music of it, then it's automatically going to be worldwide. That's it.
What your favorite music?
Favorite music? I don't have actually a favorite music. I listen actually to a lot of music from all the world. If I like it, I listen. It's not like I have to choose this one. If I listen to Ed Sheeran, it could be possible that one song I like it, but most of them I don't like. Adele also the same. From different world like China and Indonesia or something like that. If the song is nice, I don't need to understand what they are saying, because music is actually universal. So you don't need to always understand what they are saying, because some of the singers like Shakira, when she's singing, nobody knows what she's actually saying. So does that matter? No. It's only the music and the sound, and also this person is singing, that makes the song universal. So I don't have actually a favorite song, but overall I like the world music. Like, I'm listening to everything if I like it.
Amazing. It's very amazing.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. Thank you for the conversation.
No, you're welcome. You don't need to thank every time. I really like to help out, and also it's an assignment where you can learn something about it. So I'm really eager to help.
Thank you very much, sir.
You have more questions, right? I thought you had 20.
No, this apa ya?
No, you had 2 more. I thought maybe you have more. You had 90 and 20.
Okay, more question.
No. If your school assignment is done, then you don't need to ask more. I thought maybe you have more questions.
No, this very great, and in 18 question.
Yeah. Okay. If there is no other questions, I hope you understand that my answers, and also you have recorded it, right? So
yes.
You can actually stop recording because it's finished. And please, use this recording only for your school assignment and nothing else.
Yes, this only a segment school.
Sorry?
This recording only a segment collect.
Assignment college, yeah, that's cool. Okay. If there is nothing else, you can work on your school assignment. I hope if there is other things, I can help you if I have the time for it. Did you stop the recording, or you still have recorded?
I will end recorded.
Yeah, you can stop the recording, and then that's it.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Wait, did you stop it?
Yes.
Okay, so now if you stop, it was okay, this questions, answers?
No.
It was not okay?
It's okay.
Yeah, you think you can use it for your school assignment? If the if the teacher is asking you, like, okay, how precisely it is, you can actually say that I made these questions and I sent this question actually to him, and he read it, and afterwards we had an interview, because otherwise he will thinking like, whoa, he's like perfectly answering the questions. So then he will know, like, okay, I did also preparation.
I like to. Sorry, my English is.
No, it's fine. So I helped you, and if there is something else, let me know. And otherwise, please also help me to subscribe the channel. Like, if you have like school, not teachers, but students or something like that, or friends, just send them the link and say like, hey, can you subscribe this channel? Because it helped me also a lot if we actually gain subscribers.
Okay, I more subscribe my friend. Subscribe your
Thank you.
channel YouTube.
Yes, I will not. Wasting your time for now. So bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you,
Bye bye.
sir.
You're welcome. Bye bye.